So freelancers' income can never be as regular as a paycheck. So a lot of people have turned freelancer this year, taken up their main work as freelancing or doing a side business as freelancing. If you are a freelancer, you very well know you cannot actually predict how much are you earning every month like you used to do in the job. Income is not known and expenses are also not known because budgeting is not there. So it's extremely important for a freelancer to budget and write down their income and expenses. You can estimate your income and expenses. So here I am sharing ultimate guide for freelancers to budget and save on their money. My name is Gurleen Kautikku and I keep on making such informative videos, and I run financial advisory firm Haripati for last 15 years and have been helping more than 1500 families have a happy financial life. So our tagline also says creating a wealth of happiness. So here are the 3 ultimate hacks, if I can say so, which can actually help you budget and save your money if you are a freelancer. So first hack, if I can say so, is tracking your expenses. And tracking can only be done if the budget is in place. So just observe your last 3 months spending habits that you've been spending on. A lot of apps are there where you can punch in your expenses as soon as you make them, and you can track them later on, which are the essential ones and non-essential ones. So it's extremely important to track them. Just follow this principle of writing your expenses for 3 months, and then you can prepare a formal budget which will actually have what your inflows are and what your outflows are. So that way you'll be able to track what is going in and what is going out. So the next step is, once you've done this budget and you've written everything, so next step is eliminate discretionary spending. So please understand, when you are in job, you actually don't bother about what is non-essential or luxuries that you're spending on, because that's what you're earning for. But now here the income is not known if it is constant or it will remain same every month. It can be higher one single month or no pay for next 2 to 3 months. So what to do in that case? So you need to balance out what you are earning in 1 month over the next 3-4 months. So you should estimate what you're earning in a year average or 6 monthly. So that amount can be divided per month. You can estimate your monthly income basis that. So once you've prepared the budget as mentioned in the last hack, so it will be easier for you to eliminate what is non-important and not required at present for you. Once you know this, so the temptation to get that extra pair of denims that is not required in your wardrobe, there are already 10 to 15 pair of denims, you don't require extra pair of denim. So you'll be, the temptation to buy that will be curbed. So that's a very important step. So third is, you should be combining long-term and short-term savings. So as a freelancer, as I mentioned earlier, so constant flow of income is not there. So it's extremely important to have emergency fund. Though it's for everyone to have emergency fund, but for a freelancer, it becomes all the more important to have emergency fund. What do I mean by emergency fund? To have at least 6 months of your expenses in your bank account. So even, in case of any hospitalization or any other emergency that happens, like COVID happened. So a lot of people didn't have the emergency fund, and actually the uncertainty was there. So actually didn't know what to do for next 3 to 6 months because the inflow stopped. So 6 months expenses should be there in your bank accounts or liquid funds. So that will help you sail through the rough times, and you have to demarcate between the short-term and long-term savings. So something which is kept for long-term. So let's say if you're a photographer, you want to buy a camera. So you want to buy a new camera. So you're saving on for that. Let's say you want to buy it 3 years down the line. So that's a long-term goal. So clearly demarcate between short-term and long-term goals, so that one money should not be utilized for the other one. So when we say emergency fund, that's a short-term money and it should remain there as is without touching them, and it should be touched in case of real emergency only. And the long-term savings should be separate. So once we do all these 3 steps, so things will be better, and it will be systematic. Our financial life will be a happy one. And they say if you have a good financial life, you have a great personal life. So of course the balance will be maintained if you do all these 3 things. As a freelancer, you need to be financially fit. All the more everybody needs to be financially fit, but it's crucial for you to be financially fit because there's no financial backup. So you're actually relying on your projects and freelancing work that you're earning from. So you need to have proper financial fit life. These were the 3 points from my side, which we can, hacks, if I can say so, which can actually help you save on money and budget your finances, consolidate your finances. So do let me know if you are following any other method that we can share with our viewers, and do share in case of any feedback and any questions if you have. We would like to address those as well. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care.